Did you know that over 120 languages are spoken at Yale University? But what happens when a student brings a language from the heart of the Philippines into these historic halls? You might think you know the answer, but what happened next truly shocked the world. Meet Jaden, a brilliant student from Manila, who traded the bustling streets of his hometown for the ivy-covered walls of Yale. For him, Tagalog wasn't just a language, it was his identity, his home, a piece of the Philippines he carried with him. But in an institution where English is the lingua franca of academia, would his mother tongue find its voice? Imagine this. You're thousands of miles from home, surrounded by some of the brightest minds in the world. The pressure to fit in, to assimilate, is immense. Jaden felt it every day. In seminars and late-night study sessions, English was the currency of intellect. Speaking Tagalog felt like revealing a part of himself he wasn't sure anyone would understand, or worse, value. He'd catch himself starting a thought in Tagalog, only to quickly translate it in his head, sanding down the unique cultural edges to make it fit a more academic mold. He wrestled with this internal conflict. Should he silence a part of his identity to succeed? This wasn't just about language. It was a battle for his soul, a question of whether his Filipino heritage had a place in the elite world he now inhabited. He saw other international students seamlessly switch to perfect English, and a voice of doubt whispered, "Is your culture a liability here?" This struggle was isolating, making the vast campus feel even larger and more intimidating. He missed the easy laughter and rapid-fire banter with his family, the way a single Tagalog word could convey a universe of meaning that English just couldn't capture. But Jaden's journey wasn't one of assimilation. It was one of courage. He started small. He'd murmur phrases in Tagalog to himself while walking to class, a small act of defiance against the overwhelming pressure to conform. He found a small community of other Filipino-American students, and in their gatherings, the campus would echo with the familiar, comforting sounds of their shared language. These moments were his lifeline. He started a study group for a complex political science class, and one day, struggling to explain a nuanced concept about community organizing, he found the English words falling short. "It's like bayanihan," he said, the Tagalog word spilling out before he could stop it. He explained its meaning, the spirit of communal unity and cooperation. To his surprise, his classmates leaned in, fascinated. A professor overheard a phone call he was having with his mother, the conversation flowing in effortless Tagalog. Instead of questioning it, the professor later asked him about the linguistic structure of the language, genuinely curious. These small ripples of acceptance began to build into a wave of confidence. Jaden realized his language wasn't a barrier. It was a bridge, a unique lens through which he could offer a new perspective to his peers and professors. The turning point came during a university-wide presentation on global cultures. Jaden was slated to speak about community development in the Philippines. He stood at the podium, his heart pounding. The carefully prepared English speech was in his hands, but as he looked out at the sea of faces, students, faculty, even the dean, something shifted. He took a deep breath and began, not in English, but in fluent, passionate Tagalog. He spoke of his grandmother's stories, the spirit of his barangay, the resilience of his people. For a full minute, the hall was filled with a language many had never heard. A hush fell over the audience. You could feel the surprise, the confusion, and then something else. It was respect. He then seamlessly transitioned to English, explaining what he had just said. The reaction was immediate and overwhelming. After his presentation, he was mobbed. Students from different backgrounds told him how his courage inspired them. A linguistics professor wanted to collaborate on a paper. His friends, who had only known his Yale self, saw him in a new light, a more complete person. That day, Jaden didn't just give a presentation. He taught a masterclass in authenticity. That single act of bravery completely transformed Jaden's experience at Yale. He went from feeling like an outsider to becoming a cultural ambassador. He co-founded a Southeast Asian language and culture club that became one of the most popular on campus. His story proved that our unique identities aren't something to be hidden in academic spaces. They are our greatest assets, enriching the conversation and expanding the very definition of knowledge. What does cultural identity mean to you in your school or workplace? Share your stories and thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you were inspired by Jaden's journey, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more stories that change the way we see the world. Thank you for watching.